Welcome back to the channel, and I have another example for you using AutoCAD 3D. Now what we're going to do in this one is that we're going to create just a 3D model, and I will not include these chamfers on the sketch, but I will show you how to use the chamfer command as it relates to three-dimensional models. Now remember that anytime you're doing AutoCAD 3D, it's really a good idea to create a lot of the shapes first as opposed to doing it on the fly like you're going to see in SolidWorks or even in Inventor. What I mean by that is that you're going to see that I'm going to create a rectangle already pre-made for this, as well as the slot and my overall shape. So let's go ahead and jump over to AutoCAD and get started. Okay, so back here in AutoCAD, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first turn off the grid, go ahead and turn my ortho on, and then you can see that I am using the three-dimensional modeling, and then we're going to take a look at the running O-snaps that I do have selected. Okay, let's draw a line, and we're just going to make a horizontal line going straight across this direction, a distance of 100. Escape out of here. Then I'll draw a vertical line right from this midpoint going up at a height of 60. Alright, we're going to use the offset command, so I'm just typing in O, enter, giving it its height of 10, and we're just offsetting this going up this direction. I'll escape out of that command, and then I'll go back to the offset command, and then I'm going to offset this vertical line here a distance of 20, and I'll send this to both sides. Alright, then I'll create a circle going right from this middle line here to that end point. Let's go ahead and copy this line here from that end point to here and also to the other side. I'll go ahead and erase this center line here, and then I'll just trim off the rest of this, right? So just using the trim command, we should be able to get rid of all of the other things that's included in here. Alright, this looks good. Let's go ahead and join this together. So that's going to be my major shape there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and start creating this slot. So I'm just going to create a circle right here at the center of here, and it's going to have a radius of 10. Alright, I'll go ahead and copy that circle down a distance of 30. And then I'll draw a line from this quadrant up to this quadrant. And the same again from this quadrant going up to this quadrant. Then I'll go ahead and use the trim command and get rid of this part right in between here. Then I will join this together. Alright, so we have all of this done. Now we just need one more rectangle that I need to create. And I'm just going to use that with the rectangle command. And I'll place it here. Now the distance, and this is going to be for the side profile, is the distance on my x-axis will be 20, comma, and the height of this thing will be, and I can make it a bigger height if I really want to. So I'm looking at the overall length of this, and this is going to be 60 going up, plus I have an additional 20, so it's 80 minus 10, which will give me 70. So long as this number in the y-axis is 70 or greater. And I can kind of show you what that means. So if I make it 90, it's not going to change anything in the grand scheme of it. Okay, let's go ahead and start doing this in 3D, and you can get a look at what's happening here. So I will put this into a shades of gray, and I am going to use a gizmo, right? And remember that the only way this gizmo becomes active is if you are in any of these other visualization styles, except for the 2D wireframe. If you're in 2D wireframe, you cannot use any of the gizmos. Alright, so let's go ahead and extrude these two shapes here. And I'm just going to send it up a distance of 50. Okay, then we're going to go and use the subtract function, right? So we're going to go to subtract. I'm going to select the object that I want to keep. Go ahead and hit enter, and then we're going to subtract this slot out of the middle of it. Okay. Now what I mean by this gizmo here is that I'm going to switch here to the rotate gizmo. I'll go ahead and select both of these objects here, and then I'll grab this red axis, and then I'll flip it up, going up that direction. All right, let's escape out of here. And now I need to flip my rectangle here. So I'm just going to select it here. I'll select the blue axis, and then I just want to flip this to be rotated this way. So I'm just going to come this direction and do a left click. We're going to go ahead and move this now from this midpoint, let's pan this up a little bit, to this midpoint. And it don't look like it actually landed on that midpoint. I'm going to move this again, so I'm just going to select it, go to move. I need to go find that midpoint, and I need to place it on that midpoint. Okay. Now let's go ahead and extrude my rectangle. So I'll go here, select my rectangle, send it all the way through. Escape out of that, use the subtract command, select the object I want to keep first, go ahead and hit enter, and then we're going to select the piece that we want to subtract from it. And then I'll do that, and that should leave me with that gap there. Last step here is I'll go to the modeling tab. Underneath the fillet edge is going to be the chamfer edge. I'm going to select the word distance, type in 10, and it's going to be 10 for the other one as well. So for distance 2, it'll be 10. And now I'm just going to select the edge that I want to change. So that edge and that edge. I'll hit the enter button to preview it, and then one more enter button to complete it. Right? So that's all that we're going to need to create this model using AutoCAD 3D. Very simple and very easy, but I like to draw this and create my shapes first, and then I will kind of build off of that. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for tuning in. Keep drafting, and I'll see you in the next video.